I'm ready for some proper fighting now. This is Eleanor, a Blade support lead. Here to tell you that the segment feature of your map is now available for use. It's displayed on your handheld comm device. It is a useful tool with lots of info about Mira. Give it a look if you're unsure of where you are or what to do. Okay, so they did make it a separate UI. Which this never used to. Whoa! Yeah, too bad we can't do stuff on the map and play the game at the same time. Okay. And we have Primordia. Oh, it's actually hiding the rest of the map. I kind of like that. In the original game, they would kind of show the outline of all the other maps. And I'm actually kind of glad it's hidden because I'm the type of person that doesn't really like to explore open world maps until the game introduces it to me first. So, I quite like that. And I do get annoyed when some people like, you know, traverse the world before the story introduces them. But I mean, hey, everyone's allowed to play however they want. But for me personally, I like to play landmarks as the game goes, as the story goes on. Emma basically says it could have been them because they were just about to go out on the mission and they're kick-ass. Exactly. It's not wrong to assume it was us, especially since the Grexes are considered more difficult enemies at this stage of the game. Okay, so now we have our very first mission. Okay, what level am I? I'm level 5. You know, Lepix. Let's do a rematch. I'm 2 levels higher now, and I have an additional party member. Okay, if anything, let's debuff with a stagger. Or okay, and then since we use a purple art, if we had one more purple art, I would like us to give us a better combo. Oh shit. We don't have a healer yet. Oh, did we just aggro another enemy? We did. Okay.
I should heal up first.
Okay. God damn, why did we have to aggro another one? Okay, hold on.
Use an aura. Get control of the battle.
We're not at the point yet where we can take on this many enemies at once. Yeah, there's 3 of them. 2 would have been more doable, not 3. In a distant land, we're stuck on a whole different planet. No peace looking at the sky, shovels us all around, so stay quick with the guns, cannons. Okay, I didn't rap it properly because I knew the song was gonna end, but I do know the words to this song actually. I was actually planning on covering it before this game got released, but I ended up not having time. Oh, Matthew, since you're new, I actually rap as a hobby. Oh, the monkeys!
What?
First, what did we miss? Not much. We just got our first assignment to prove ourselves, pretty much. Nagi kind of just filled us in. Oh, a Sinicula?
You don't think that one Sinicula could have killed all these simius?
Unless...
They destroyed Monkey!
Unless... what?
This is bad.
What's bad? I don't follow you.
That Sinicula. It's a tyrant.
Huh?
Yeah! I love fighting tyrants.
Looks just like any other Sinicula.
Think about it. Your typical simius is way higher up on the food chain than your typical Sinicula, right? Usually we'd find one simius standing over 3 or 4 Sinicula corpses. But here, the tables have been turned. And I don't see a single trace of any other indigents in the area. There's only one explanation. That Sinicula is a tyrant.
Let me check the Blade Report database. If there's a tyrant this close to the city, someone must have run across it. Bingo. There was a Sinicula tyrant sighted not too long ago, but it was a couple of segments further out.
It could have followed the blade that spotted it back towards New LA, or come here to feed, or...
Why did that blade lead it to the city?
That's crazy.
Dumb.
I can't believe there's a tyrant right on our doorstep, and HQ isn't doing a thing about it.
Well, don't forget why they sent us here in the first place. Frontier Nav's range is still limited.
Oh, right. They couldn't track it if there's no local probe. They must have lost it when it went off the grid.
Suggest killing the tyrant. Ask what a tyrant is. I already know what a tyrant is, so I'm not gonna ask. I want to kill it. I want to hear uncontrollable. Actually, I don't think they're gonna play uncontrollable in this specific fight.
We're talking about a tyrant here. Do you even understand what that means?
We should probably explain.
No.
Tyrant is our term for any indigenous life form that falls outside of our usual threat ranking system. In other words, they're too powerful for us to even measure how dangerous
They're the
they would
one
be to take on.
out of the
And
loop.
too powerful doesn't always just mean physically strong. If a creature has even a single especially nasty trait, it's classified as a tyrant.
Even some of Blade's very best teams have come back with serious
Just like how we
injuries
always
after
have the
running into a
best of the
tyrant
best in
the
our,
field.
in certain
If they come back at all.
aspects in the human race. I'm reading your guys' story. I'm just not reading it out loud because since we're in a cutscene. So just the three of you can handle it. Say you could just leave it. So you can't just leave it so close to LA. I mean, like both of them. But okay, so specific choices that we do choose affect affinity. Not so much like an impact on the story, but they do impact who you gain affinity with. I don't know if it's this early in the game that starts being a thing. I think Elma would probably like this one.
As
But
long as you understand
yeah,
the risks
not yet
involved.
it seems.
Lynn,
Count me in. The same goes for everyone in New LA, but if we're gonna settle here on this planet, we're gonna have to get used to dealing with tyrants now and then. Besides, if I need to, I can always run away while it's busy chewing on one of you guys.
fair enough. But don't push it, okay? Either of you. If we can take it down,
Don't worry, we
great,
got
but if
this.
Not, even just
Girl
luring it
power.
away would be a moral victory. As long as we buy enough time to install the probe, we can use Frontier Nav to track it, or any other tyrant that comes this close to the city from now on. Just make sure you're ready before we attack. This will be tougher than anything else we've faced.
Alright, let me check what equipment we do have. Engaging a tyrant is no small task. It's important to equip your best before charging in, so double check all the weapons and gear. Oh, and make sure your arts are ready and leveled up, okay? That's the first step to becoming a combat master. Okay. Party, ground gear. Oh, also my arts as well. It's less. Oops. Actually, wait, was this better? Oh no. Gravity resistance. Okay, I remember the gravity resistance being so difficult to keep leveled in this game. I mean, our defense goes up and so does our physical resistance. I think we need that for this Sinicula. Okay, we look a bit goofy now, but... Okay, let me check my arts. I don't think we... Yes, don't have unlocked anything new. Whoa! The interface is so crazy. Okay. Okay, the only person who has blue arts... Okay. Skills. I don't think we have access to skills yet, right? Nope. Okay. Lifted the bottles onto your shoulders, started grip in the house, and there was a huge black form. It's in the car, and I throw it to move. I hope you don't know, Jeff. It was a bear? There's a bear in your yard? Oh my god. All the classes. Okay, this looks the same. You know what's funny enough? Despite all of these classes, after you've unlocked every single one of these classes, the Drifter becomes the best class. Because unlike all the other classes, the Drifter class has I think it's like 3 or 4. It has an extra skill slot compared to all the other ones. I don't know why they chose to do that. But typically a lot of post-game players, after they've unlocked all of these other classes, they'll switch to Drifter so they can have that extra skill set. Did you fight the bear? And then soul voices. I don't think I want to change these out at the moment. These help us give little extra buffs because we don't really have a lot to work off of. Okay. So, what level is the Sinicula? I need to know what level it is. Oh, wait. Not the territorial monkey. No! I literally have a clip on my YouTube channel about the monkey. Destroying appendages. I already know about that. Okay, wait. I didn't want to fight it yet. I just wanted to know what level it was. Well, okay. Let's go straight for the... Oh, I missed the soul voice. Okay, as usual, take out the appendages. I should probably have given that physical resistance to Lynn since she's our tank. Oh yeah, they're playing Uncontrollable, my favorite song. When you see a bear and an Uncontrollable starts playing, let's go. Boss music.
Hey, you can do it.
Last fight. Alright, that appendage is done. Let's get that one. Oops, I pressed that too early. Okay. I'm gonna give this to Lynn since she's the tank. Oh, where we can go. This is easy. Oh wait, is there any more appendages? Oops. Wait, Crypta, what happened? You were doing so well. I literally said this was easy, and then I jinxed myself. Almost didn't survive there for some reason. There's a sin in the kitchen, hypervalent. I remember I parked the clock manure wagon in the garden this morning.
You fought well.
A bear?
You did too.
A manure wagon? Ew.
Now let's get down to business and install that data probe. If we stay here for long, there's no telling what other playmates might show up. This beam of light indicates a frontier nav site. It marks
It's a
the ideal
lightsaber.
spot to bury the probe.
Okay, the probe should be ready for insertion. I'll just boot it up.
Thanks, Lynn. The top half of the cylinder contains the probe itself. The bottom half is a laser. It dissolves the soil so the probe can burrow to the proper depth. We tried just planting them on the surface at first, but we kept running into problems with the local wildlife damaging the goods. Burying them is going to save us all a lot of time and headaches in the long run. We all set?
Yes, ma'am. Whenever you're ready.
Why don't you do the honors? You can launch it right from your comm device. Give it a try.
Okay, show interest in launch probe. Persuade. So just Lynch take care of it. Pff, I'm gonna do it. I need to prove myself.
Good. Now we just need to give it a minute to reach the target depth.
And installation complete. We are now online with
Our
a
first
solid
mining
connection to
probe.
Frontier Nav.
Or data probe. I think it was a mining
Excellent.
probe.
See? At the end of the day, there's really not much to it. The hardest part was calculating the ideal probe locations. We need them spread out evenly to maximize data collection.
Yep, planting probes is easy. And the more we plant, the more likely we are to find missing crew. So anytime you see a probe site, there's no excuse not to plant that sucker.
That'll do it for your training. Let's head back to the barracks and report to Secretary Nagi.
Without the aid of glasses, manure wagons and bears look alike. So what you thought was a bear was actually a manure wagon. Oh god. My first gold drop. Ooh! Frontier Nav probe sites, or FN sites for short, are optimal locations to apply data probes. Placing one will reveal segment record for the surrounding segments. You can go to the main menu, map segments to see which segments can Segments contain Frontier Nav probe placement spots. Okay, I will definitely go into like the data probe stuff a little bit later, but since we're still in the beginning of the game, we don't really need to focus too much on them. But certain layouts of different probes will give us either more money or more Moranium. And reward tickets or something that will come. Oh, I think that's for social or online stuff. Oh my god, it's Lao. Installing data probes. I'm Lao, a Pathfinder. If we're gonna grow Frontier Nav, we need to install more data probes. To plot one, simply approach a vacant Frontier Nav probe site and press A. If you find a good spot, be sure to go ahead and claim it. It's common sense, really. I kind of forgot what Lao sounded like. It's been a long time. All that is left is to report back to base. But first, I'll let you in on a secret. A giant beast like that is usually best engaged with a Skell. Neutralizing a foe like that one on foot, especially a Tyrant, is pretty risky. So be careful about such things in the future, okay? Don't worry, Elma. Later down the line, I used to fight those dinosaur... The giant, like... What's that dinosaur called with a long neck? I forget. I used to fight those on foot without a Skell. And I would win! Even the level 91. Segment Recon shows the details of the tasks that need to be performed in each segment. Each category is shown with its own icon. Resolving these increases your server rate. You know what I think I like the best about Xenoblade X? I think it's because the best thing about Xenoblade X is that you'll continuously learn new ways of about this game, like new things about this game, all the way until like you finish the main story and you're doing post-game activities. Like, I love the fact that this game has a post-game. Like, I love it when games do that. I love after-story post-game worlds. I don't really enjoy when they have the main story and then your file just kind of stops there. Or if you want to replay it, you go back to the final battle. I don't know. I like seeing how the universe is after you've completed your main story. So I think that's why I like Xenoblade X a lot, because there's a lot of post-game stuff. Like, a lot. Almost as much as the main story. It's crazy. There's a segment recon task still to address at your current location. A yellow hexagonal area will be displayed on your minimap. This is known as a segment marker. The segment marker indicates the borders of your segment you're currently occupying. You can also go to the main menu, map segments, then select a segment and press R to manually display the segment marker for that particular segment on the minimap. Manually set segment markers will be displayed as a blue hexagonal area even when you're outside their borders. Okay. Oh my gosh. I kind of miss the old icon art. If the old icon art was a lot more like holography. Not that these are bad, but he will have to bear the shame of that story for the rest of life. I mean, Denver's the one who decided to tell it. So now it's a joke. This game is looking super tempting. Trust me, like, I mean, I'm very biased since this is my favorite game of all time, but I will always recommend this game to people who are familiar with JRPGs and who like very open world, customize your own character both visually and playstyle wise. I love this game. I cannot talk enough good about this game. And I'm so glad more people are going to be able to experience this on Switch. I'm so happy. I never thought this day would come, like literally. I really never thought they would ever port this game to Switch. And now more people can appreciate the beauty of Xenoblade Chronicles X. Okay, running back. I don't want to teleport. I'm gonna enjoy the open worldness of this game.
Hey.
Alright, Nagi. I finished my first assignment. Oh, I forgot this is the jump button. It's not like how the Wii U was. Are you proud of me? And I can't say the fight, once you actually understand how to, like, the combat system in this game, it's so fun. Once you actually learn about art stacking and upgrading arts and like different classes, and then overdrive mode, which I won't really talk too much about since the game hasn't really gotten to it yet. Oh, Vandom's here. I always thought it was strange how Xenoblade 2 included a character with the name Vandom, beside, like, when we already have this character in Xenoblade X.
Sorry we missed you last time. We could have come to meet you at HQ, you know.
Indeed. I suggested as much. Twice.
And we know how much I enjoy being told what to do. Anyway, I hear you tangled with a tyrant, way out of your league, on a training mission, no less.
Hey, we killed it.
That was reckless, and goddamn magnificent.
You look like you like recklessness. Let's save our progress here.
So, Commander, to what do we owe the pleasure of your visit here today?
Well, I can't just ask Nagi to do everything for me. I'd be out of a job.
That's the point of
I
having
delivered you
an
the
assistant.
New recruit, didn't I?
Yeah, you won the bet. Don't worry about it, all right? I'll settle up with you later. You know I'm good for it.
The bet?
I'm sure I'm needed elsewhere. If you'll all excuse me, Commander.
Well, that wasn't obvious at all.
Huh. Look at you two. I swear, you're like two children excited about a new toy.
Look who's talking. I don't recall ever seeing you file a request to personally train a rescue before.
Is that so odd?
It is before we'd even asked her to become a blade, little Miss Stick in the Rear.
Usually I ask when I don't get your slang expressions, but something tells me to just let that one go.
She doesn't know slang.
Enough about that. Where are your manners, anyway?
She's
I
a
still haven't
boomer.
been introduced to our new recruit here.
Commander Vandom is Blade's top officer.
In a past life, I was chief engineer on the White Whale. Same idea, basically. Someone has a problem, I fix it. You follow? Huh. Not much for conversation, are you?
So you still haven't
Sorry,
told us
we're
why
a
you're
silent
here.
protagonist.
From the look of things, I'm guessing this isn't a social call.
You don't think?
No. So let's cut the crap and get down to business.
Ha! Sounds like you're learning my expressions just fine, Elma. Anyway, first we need Chatty Cathy here to choose a division and pull an assignment.
Ask about divisions, ask about the assignment. Let's ask about the divisions first.
Pretty much everyone in New LA works for Blade, in one of several different fields. Helping to explore Mira, or to maintain order in the city, or, well, you remember Nagi's speech, right? There are 8 different fields in all, and each one has its own branch within Blade. Officially, they're called divisions. Naturally, you'll want to choose one that best suits your personality and your talents.
Another
Let's
cool
start with
aspect
the
of this game.
Pathfinders.
It's Lao.
Pathfinder's #1 responsibility.
Okay, this is gonna affect our
planting
gameplay.
data probes, like you did on your training mission. It may not be the sexiest job, but important? You bet your ass it's important.
The
We've
sexiest
only
job.
been on Mira 2 months. We don't know jack about this place. The more probes we install, the faster we can get our bearings here and give ourselves a fighting chance.
We've already detailed how important it is we expand the Frontier Nav network ASAP. So, for the time being, I'll just remind you of the highlights. It helps us keep Blade safe. It helps us keep the city safe. And most important of all, it's the key to locating the missing parts of the Lifehold and recovering the rest of the human race.
Okay, next up, Intercept.
Gwen and Arena.
You
My
met
two
Akalov and
faves.
Evans, right? Irina and Gwen, this is their division. Interceptors have one main duty. Protect New LA and everyone in it from the wildlife here on Mira. Right now, this is probably our busiest division. Interceptors ride shotgun for the research eggheads. They escort VIPs around, and they help any other idiots who get caught out there with their pants down.
Next are the Harriers.
There we got Doug.
Remember Doug Barrett, the Skell pilot conducting the test flight with Lynn? He's part of the Harriers. If you think of the Interceptors as defense, Harriers would be New LA's offense. They specialize in preemptive strikes on clear and obvious threats. But only on clear and obvious threats. They're not meant to go out and just blast any indigene that moves.
And you got your Reclaimers. These guys are in charge of finding the other pieces of the White Whale.
Oh, there's Yelv in the corner.
Among other things, that is. Including anything of ours left behind after a battle. Skell debris, weapons, personal
Sup,
effects.
bro?
It can get a bit morbid, frankly, but it's gotta be done. Until we're up and running here on Mira, and have this place completely figured out. Everything we brought from Earth needs to be treated like it's irreplaceable. Also, the search for the Lifehold. That's mostly on the Reclaimers.
Next, Curators.
Murderous.
Curators are the first to scout ahead to unexplored territory, bringing back whatever samples they can get their hands on. Fruits, bugs, sticks and stones, you name it.
I'm trying to think of what division I would choose, because I actually
not all
am thinking of
picking
choosing
berries,
something
though.
different than what I did
Being
in my
a
last
curator
playthrough.
also means being the first to encounter unknown indigens.
I haven't quite decided yet, actually.
Next, all right, prospectors.
You got Fog.
Prospectors do, well, prospecting. They poke around, looking for minerals, resources, and whatnot. Things we need for everyday life here. We packed all the essentials we could on the White Whale, but that won't last forever. We need to be able to replenish our water and fuel if we want to survive. And sooner or later, we're gonna have to figure out how to replace things from scratch. From the socket on a Skell's knee joint, right down to the frying pan in Lynn's kitchen. Without these guys busting their butts, we'd have no future.
I picked Interceptor because I figured there are always going to be monsters to slay. I also
Next
picked
up,
Interceptors in my
Outfitters.
first playthrough.
All of our ground gear and Skell weaponry is developed in conjunction with private arms manufacturers, or AMs.
But I'm thinking
Outfitters
maybe
are
of doing
Blade's
something
way of
different
supporting these
this time around.
AMs.
But Interceptors does seem like the
They'll seek out
safest
anything that might
option.
inspire new weapon ideas, and even assist with testing new prototypes.
Finally, the Mediators.
The lucky thing is you can change
These
your
are the
division
folks who keep
at any
everything
point down the
hunky-dory
line,
with
so...
John and Joan Q public. Any problems a civvy has, they come to Mediators. Fight with your neighbor? Mediators. Lost cat? Mediators. It's not a division
hope.
for everyone. You need to be a jack of all trades.
I think
and a
what I'm gonna
people
do
person.
is I might change my division
Someone
around
with
as
my
I'm
charming
completing
personality,
different things in the
probably
game.
not the best mediator. But if you got what it takes, it's a
Like if
clutch
I'm gonna
role,
focus on
keeping
certain
things
side
cool
quests, I'll
on the
choose
home
Mediator.
front.
If I'm gonna focus on grinding and collection, I'll choose like a...
All right, so
I'll choose
I think
different
that's all 8
divisions.
divisions. Any idea which one you'd like to join?
Okay,
Don't
but
fret
as
about
of
it too
now...
much. Whichever you choose, you still have a lot of freedom in how you operate. Mediators can still get out there and mix it up, hunt indigents.
Am I switch over to
whatever.
Curators at some point because it sounds
And if
chasey
a
to be able to
Harrier wants
farm the
take a
item
break and
orbs?
settle an
Yeah, pretty
argument,
much.
That's their prerogative.
There's a
too.
lot of fetch quests in this game too,
To be
and a lot of
honest,
usage
even
of
though it's sort of
materials.
frowned upon, you can actually change your division whenever you
Ignore
like.
what Elma says. You can just choose it.
So there's really no reason to stress about this. All right.
When
you
they say
ready
it's
to
frowned
choose?
upon, the game's not going to punish you or anything. Okay, decide. As of
Yeah,
right
I am.
now,
We're on pins and needles.
I'm thinking. Okay. Okay. So, I do want to get into the whole data probe map probably in a future stream. So, I think whenever that happens, I will switch to the Pathfinders. Probably just protect the people in your life from individual threats. Harriers are in charge of eliminating threats from Mira's most dangerous creatures. I think I might choose Harriers for now, but let me see. Reclaimers, test to locate and retrieve pieces of wreckage from the right whale. Maybe not yet. Once I think, yeah, I'm probably, depending on what I do each stream, I will change my division to curate what I plan to do. Scouting unexplored territories and collecting materials found there. Okay, we're not going to be exploring any new areas just yet, so I'm going to skip over that one. Using Frontier now to buy for minerals resources. This is going to be super useful down the line. So, outfitters to develop new weapons and equipment. Mediators, okay. I think for now, I'm just going to choose Harriers. When I first played this game, I chose Interceptors, but I think for now, I'm going to choose Harriers because I kind of want to... I want to showcase how much of this game I know, and therefore I might be doing like extra grinding on the side and whatnot. Harriers do get the best logo, Nodders. I do really like their logos. The Prospector logo I also really like. But Harriers look super cool. But I think just for what the focus is going to be for the next couple streams, I'll do Harriers.
Then it's settled?
Yep. We can always change it later too, so.
Thank God that's over. By the power invested in me, yada yada, you're officially a blade.
Congrats. And welcome.
I know you're gonna do great.
Basically, if you want to focus on fighting higher level enemies, you would choose Harriers.
Now for the job. Let's get down to brass tacks.
Which is what I want to do.
Nelson's team has gone missing. Last contact we had, they were installing a data probe out in eastern Primordia. Then, nothing.
Nelson. Pathfinders, right?
Are we talking indigents here or what?
Your guess is as good as mine, but they did have a skell with them. You'd think they could hold their own, or at least run away.
All right, we're on it. We'll head to their last known location and go from there.
Report whatever you find ASAP.
Of course.
It's so funny because my first playthrough, I chose Interceptors and then I never swapped out of it, and I probably should have. It probably would have saved me a couple hours in certain aspects of the game. Do Harriers land vertically? What do you mean? Search for Nelson's missing team in Southeast Primordia. Chapter 3, Builders of a Legacy. You're officially a blade now. Congrats. Becoming one of us grants you access to a variety... Hold on, I have to burp. To a variety of services, including the shop terminal, the AM terminal, mission control, and more. Some services are still off limits at the moment, but I'll get back to you on those later. Ever wish you could zip straight back to a place you visited? Well, that's why we have fast travel. It allows you to instantly return to significant landmarks as well as any Frontier Nav sites that the data probe's installed. Just access the map to use it. Our manufacturers, or AMs, support us at the sidelines by developing new weaponry and gear. And by utilizing their services, we can support them too. Head to the AM terminal, an Armory Alley to learn more about working with AMs to make new gear. Missions comprise duties and requests received directly from the concerned parties or via mission control. They're divided into 4 categories to provide rewards and affinity when completed. Story mission, affinity mission. Okay, I already know about these. And Christy, oh my gosh. I don't know why, but I always loved Christy. She just exuded like badass woman. Alright, the basic missions, that's where we're gonna get most of our like fetch quests and monster elimination quests. Tyrant info. HB! Oh, that man. Okay. I'll try not to talk about like future characters and stuff. Player reports are a communication tool that residents of Mirror use to share useful information they come across. When you visit a segment for which you haven't completed the segment recon yet, you may receive a Blade report post. Something I will say though, I believe there's what? 18 playable characters in this game? Is it 18 or was it 12? 18 feels a bit too high. No, maybe it is 18. Oh. There is a lot of characters in this game. Okay. Well, let's go see. Okay, so now the new priority. Check out side quests and then buy some armor. And then we'll do the main mission. I will definitely, so the chapters of this game's main story goes by pretty quickly, so I want to make sure I do a lot of in between stuff. Okay, I will just accept... how much does it allow me to do? I'll accept all the level 1 stuff. Or actually, there's only 2. I might as well just accept everything. Alright, nice.
Listen.
Christy was in front of the building across from the maintenance center, searching for that new crew member. I wonder what she wants with her. Okay, we do have to speak with Christy. My priority right now. Gear. Alright. Investing Moranium in AM's development is one way of interacting with them. Contributing enough will increase their corporate level, bringing new products to the lineup. Another way of interacting with AMs is by contracting them to upgrade the battle traits, additional effects on your gear. Doing this requires material salvage from enemies. Dude, they really thought of everything you could possibly think of in customization for this game. Back in 2015, like that's, like, ugh. The amount of customization you could do in this game is insane. And I remember I didn't really fully understood any of it until like I was pretty much in post-game. Like it's like that much stuff. One more way of interacting with AMs is by contracting them to engineer augments for inserting into empty slots on your gear. This requires materials, precious resources, and moranium, which I have to make sure I install those data probes for more moranium. Additionally, if you have augments you're no longer using, you can dismantle them to get back the materials and precious resources used to make them. And it's fine, we'll get more moranium as time goes on. Currently at 0. You can also interact with AMs by contracting them to create powerful gear for you. Wait, did I already read that? I did. Okay. Wait, we can track now in this game? Oh my god. Oh, thank goodness. The amount of times I had to use the internet back in the day. Okay, real quick. Will it let me start installing data probes? Oh, shoot. I have low battery. Okay, let me see. Reduction revenue. Let me see. I think our current... I'm glad it shows the stats. It never used to do that. Okay, revenue, storage limit. I'm trying to think what I would prefer right now. I think right now let's go with the mining probe one. This is not where I recommend to put this, but down the line it'll change. Okay, material tickets, and we have no moranium. We do have some battle points, so that's good. Okay, let's buy some stuff. Sakuraba Industries. Granada Galactic Group. Okay, invest moranium. Not yet. We have like nothing. Okay, we don't actually want to do this yet. And I don't think we have anything left for anything to make augments with. Yeah. I'm gonna be doing a lot of grinding. Can't really make anything. Okay. Let's see, how about this one, the shop. Alright, what do we got? TP train rating, has less upgrades than what we currently have? Interesting. Can't even use most of these. Okay, sure, I'll buy this one. I'll just buy one for everybody. We don't have like a crazy amount of money right now. We don't have a lot of arts that require TP at the moment, so I'm okay with equipping these. But in the future, for sure, those stats will matter. Has she not equipped these yet? Oh, she's not at the rank yet. How much money do I still have? Oh, I still have a lot. Right now, weapons definitely matter more to me than our equipment. Okay. Let me buy something on the legs because I don't like that outfit. Oh, I hate the swimsuit stuff. Why is it always swimsuit? Okay. The gravity resistance is bad, but at least... Oh, this one brings it back up a lot, though. Not by much. We're still in the negatives. This one... Okay, let's go with this. Okay, we don't have a lot to go off of. Melee accuracy, these are okay. I'm glad they censored her outfits. I'm glad they kept that in this game. In the Japanese version, she would be wearing a bikini bottom. Okay, no, we don't really need to focus on too much armor right now. Just for ourselves, mostly. Alright, I think that's what we'll do for now. Let me check our side quests, if there's any that we can get really quickly. Okay. Tires for tier nav, we ask your help. Required level, we're currently like level 5, right? A suid fillet ASAP. Do I even have any of those on me? I don't think so. Have we fought some suids? I think we have, actually. Oh, wow. There's a lot. What the heck? Unaccepted mission. Welcome back, Connor. Oh, okay. Oh, there's a lot of missions. Sheesh. Sheesh. Okay, let's talk to Sadie. It's always swimsuit because the swimsuit is cute even if it makes 0 sense. I don't like to put swimsuit stuff on any of the characters. Doesn't matter. If I think the character's hot or not, I will not do that to them. Excuse me. Sorry to bother you, and I know you're terribly busy, but is there any way you might help with a rather urgent request? I promise it won't take much of your time. Heck, I don't have much of my own to spend taking up yours. Sorry, getting off track. Anyway, I know I should be writing this request through official channels and all that, so I'm sorry. But there's just no time. I'm desperate at this point, and I'll literally take up any help I can get. Not to say you're not just anybody. You're great. Look, I know I must sound completely bonkers, but just hear me out, okay? That's all I ask. Yeah, sure. Really? You're gonna listen to me? Oh man, what are the odds the very first person I asked would help me out? Huh? Like 9 to 1? I'm shy, you see. And I'd about worked myself into a panic thinking I have to keep approaching strangers. What with the staring and awkwardness and... Yes, so I need you to deliver some supplies to a blade team in the field. I'm a mechanic, you see, specializing in skulls. I tend to head up a lot of important projects. Sorry, did that sound braggy? Anyway, I just got a call from a team that's always been really nice to me. They asked me to bring them supplies so they can do a field repair of their skulls. Apparently, something called a whimsical duogill attacked them after they left on a mission, and now they're stranded out there. I pride myself on customer service, but me wandering around the city is just... no. Bad idea. Bad idea. Jeez, she's a rambler. Especially with the whimsical duogill that broke their skull while still kicking around. Much as I wanted to help, I'm just a mechanic. There was only so much I could do. But on the other hand, the thought of those poor skulls lying there all beat up just broke my heart. So I gathered some inventory stuff and left town, but then kind of panicked about what to do next. The only sane plan I could come up with was asking someone else for help. And then you came along. It's like magic, only not. Anyway, I know I should post this to mission control, but so we're right here. It says I have to be level 9 for this. But I don't have time for rules, man. I can't just stand around filling out paperwork and cutting red tape or whatever. Oh, and I'll pay you, of course. Or actually, the leader of the team you'll be rescuing will. I hope. At any rate, they're really in trouble, so if you could get the supplies to them, I'd really appreciate it. Okay, nice. We got her quest. Is there a better way where I can view the map? Oh, whoa. Whoa! Hold up. This was not a thing in the original. What is this? Yo. I did that by accident. Holy shit! That's cool. Okay. I'm trying to fix the map again. Oh well. Okay, there we go. Let's see. We'll pick up missions as we go. Let's get this other green one since we're right here. I'll complete as many of these as I possibly can.